One of the things that we as women are notorious for, and it just jerks my pearls, we are quick to fall in love with potential. Hello, my bosses. How you all doing in Bosses Land? To my returning bosses, how y'all doing? And to my new bosses, hey girls, hey guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, share my videos around the community. Let's build this Bossdom, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so that you are notified each and every time I drop a video, okay? In my previous video, I had mentioned the reasons for releasing people. Releasing people is probably the healthiest thing that you can do for your spirit as well as your mind. You need to learn how to lighten your social weight. There are people that you cannot remove from your life. There is such a thing called repositioning. And so imagine, this is where I left off in the last video, imagine your social circle. And in your social circle are multiple rings, right? You have an inner ring, and then the rings go out. And the further out the ring, that is the degrees of separation that you want to create between you and an individual that you cannot release fully from your life, but you want to create distance. As I state, whenever you are repositioning or thinking about moving people in and out of your space, you want to always seek godly wisdom. Proverbs 26:11. It warns us, as a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. So basically, if someone repeatedly shows you the same harmful behaviors, take it as a sign rather than waiting for them to change. We have when I say we, I mean women. One of the things we are notorious for, and we need to stop it, ladies. I'm going to digress and talk to my sisters for a minute. One of the things that we as women are notorious for, and it just jerks my pearls, we are quick to fall in love with potential. We are quick to be attracted to potential. And I know what you're saying. Well, plenty of people, met their husband or their spouse or their loved one when they were pulling it out the mud, and now they're big time. Listen to what I'm saying. Potential without execution is just a dream. I'm going to say that again for the sisters in the back of the congregation. Potential without execution is just a dream. You basically chasing somebody who's dreaming. And I'm not just specifically talking about romantic relationship. It could be friendships or anything. There's a difference when a person has potential and they are executing in that potential, meaning that they are, making sure they're in the rooms that they need to be in, that can equip them with the resources and the skills that they need to get to where they're striving to be. They are working in the capacities. They're working the jobs. They have a plan. They're not out here throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. They can, when you sit down with them and ask them, what is your plan? Or why are you working here if your desire is to be here? And they should be able to run down to you bullet by bullet by bullet by bullet why I'm here and how here is going to get me here. That's a person moving and executing in their potential. Those are the ones, it's fine. Those individuals are fine because they're working, they plan their work and they're working their plan. You understand? That's my saying. I say that to my nieces and nephews, all the children I come across, any young person I speak with and I consult with and I counsel. I always tell them, they will tell you, Auntie will tell you in a minute, plan your work and work your plan. That's been my motto forever because I live by that. So if you're in a situation with a person or a relationship with an individual and their success is contributory to your relationship, and all they are saying is what they're going to do, and you have yet to see any form or any sense of execution, it's time to gain. It's time to relocate or reposition. I'm dead serious. Ladies, stop falling in love with potential that's not executed. Because all you're doing is falling in love with the dream boy. He's a dreamer. Men, same thing. Stop falling in love with these women who are just dreamers. And another thing too, another way to identify those individuals are whenever you come across a person, I'm laughing because it's an inside joke, but whenever you come across an individual and all they do is talk about the people in their network and what the people in their network have. Oh yeah, she has this big house. Oh, he got this car. And he has this business. And oh yeah, she has these contracts. And yet, that's a dreamer. And that's a person who doesn't execute. Sorry for popping. Y'all know I'm a popper. That's a telltale sign that you have a person in your midst who is not going to execute on anything. Because here's the key to this. If you're so busy looking at what other people have and other people's success, you're not investing in your own. If a person validates their existence by the status of their network, that's the person you want to watch. Because again, if you're so busy watching what Sally and Joe and Jim and them are doing and them building their success, it doesn't necessarily have to be money, but it could just be goals, achieving life goals. And you all you have to bring to the table is to be able to tell someone what they have going on. What are you doing what are you doing? How are you matriculating through the journey of getting and obtaining your goals, dreams, and aspirations? Watch that person. That's a dreamer. Okay? Now, I'm going to do, y'all, this actually might be another video after this. I thought this was going to be the last one, but I have so many points here. The next point I want to bring across is this. Consider the role that person has in your life. Y'all know the saying, people in your life, sometimes for a reason, sometimes for a season, maybe for a lifetime, right? Not everyone is meant to have the same level of access to some people. Again, you have lifelong connections. Lifelong connections, those are people that grow with you and add value to your journey. Seasonal connections, they were just meant to be there for a season. And seasonal people, it's okay to release them. It's okay. I'm actually in the midst of a what I call a social cleansing. As we speak, I'm cleaning my space, my sphere, my social sphere. There are people who no longer serve me, I no longer serve them, and it's time to just sever those relationships and those ties. Love them, wish them well. I will always pray for the best for them, but it's time to move on. Now, that is my natural nature. I have no problem cutting people off. I've been that way ever since I was young. It's just how God created me. And it's not anything to brag or boast about. I've never had issues. I personally have never had issues severing ties in relationships. But there are some people who do. So this is for you guys. The individuals who have a hard time letting go, please listen to this. Seasonal people have served their assignment to you and you to them. It is time to move on. Okay? Stop trying to keep seasonal people in your space. The worst relationship I think out of all three of these is you trying to maintain a seasonal relationship. I think I mentioned this in my previous video. You know, there was an individual in my life for well over 30 years. We parted ways. Happily. They no longer served me, I no longer served them, and we knew it was time to go ahead and call it. Okay? So, again, seasonal people are just there for a season in your life, and it's okay to let them go. Next, lessons, not assignments.